Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be reacting to the Daft Punk medley by Pentatonix, and it truly feels like a merging of two titans of industry because you have Pentatonix, who are on the podium of best a cappella groups out there, and then we also have Daft Punk, who have been so revolutionary in their electronic music. So now we get an a cappella group attempting to cover something that is very much digital, very much robotic. Super excited to hear how they decide to arrange this medley, what elements of the standard digital production they're going to attempt, because this is basically like human voices attempting to create robotic voices, which is like almost the exact opposite of like what AI is intending to do. It's a robot trying to best emulate the human voice. So I don't know. Their creative juices are going to speak for themselves. Pentatonix, they always deliver. But before we do jump into this, a massive thank you goes to Frank the Lyrical for the donation request and this selection today. Thank you very much, my friend, and I appreciate the dedication. But now, we just jump in.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it.
Oh my gosh, it's like the cyber chase eyes. Oh my god, Kirsten. Dude, Avi with that atmosphere.
One more time.
It's like gusts of wind with each pulse.
Like the legend of the Phoenix.
Whoa.
Yeah. All ends with beginnings. Keeps the planet spinning.
It's a cool way the video is kind of laid out with all of these panels, and they're doing a good job of making the largest panel for any given moment the one that is like the main voice. So in this moment, Scott here has the lead vocals. Also, I'm noticing a bit of like, I guess, color theory, because earlier we had this like navy blue darker background that, you know, with my limited color theory knowledge, resembles like the cooler seasons, and then now we've kind of transitioned into something warmer here.
Like the legend of the Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
All ends with beginnings. It keeps the planet spinning. The force from the beginning.
Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, you hear Kirsten and all of that. Ooh. Great transition. Scott, Mitch, and Kirsten now. Love the layering. Ooh, remix. I'm having like overload right now. There's so much being thrown at me. The remix from Kevin's super cool. The multiple layers, then everybody. Twist. Nice. You can even like feel the cold air in all of this.
Last night I had a dream about you. In this dream I'm dancing right beside you. There's nothing wrong with just a little bit of fun. We were dancing all night long. Oh, I don't know what to do about this dream and you. I hope this dream comes
These
true.
sound effects are so cool.
One more time. Hey, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, and stop the dance.
Yeah, we needed this. I was waiting for this one. Never over. I'm pretty sure this is the first Daft Punk song anybody hears. Dude, the composition here is insane. How do they create this like feeling of I don't know, there's how do I even describe it? It's almost like the ending note here is like a candle being extinguished somehow that feels like it can only be replicated digitally, but here they are, Mitch and Scott, just doing it with the voice. Make it, like how, it sounds like it's thinning out as they do that little motif. And it's so punchy too with like the staccato format of it all. They're really good at starting and stopping at the exact moment. They're so lockstep with tempo, with each moment they're supposed to kind of arrive on the beat. I mean, the coordination has never been their problem. In fact, it's been such a strength of theirs, but all things considered, they are so in lockstep with one another. It's almost robotic, actually.
Music's got me feeling so free. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance so free. Tonight, hey, just feel it. Music's got me feeling unique. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance to the stars. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up for one more night. Feeling so free. Whoa, one more night. Feeling so work is never over.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching our Daft Punk medley. Exciting news, our album is out today. I know we've worked very hard on it. It's been a long journey, but it's now out, so pick it up on iTunes or Amazon.
Dope. I assume they're going to give some like contemporaneous announcements here. Dude, I love the energy in that. Of course, the way they arrange everything is just going to work well. But the fact that they're able to recreate the digital sounds, the electronic sounds of Daft Punk so well, it's like actually uncanny. I'd probably do like a side-by-side comparison of a few of those sections and not be able to distinguish the difference in that like vocoder electronic feel that you would hear in Daft Punk versus what they're able to produce here. And I think a lot of that comes from Mitch, comes from Scott, comes from Kirsten, whereas Avi and Kevin are really producing a lot of those unique effects that, you know, a lot of producers like to employ, in particular here Daft Punk, in their work. Just remarkably done. I also want to shout out the transitions, which I guess is like a weird thing to say. I really like the way that these transitions from song to song were handled. Because when you're looking at like how do you thread together many different songs that possibly exist in different tempos, different time signatures, different keys, you have to do all of the transposing, all of the fitting together. Which lyrics do we append back and forth to one another? What like story do we want to tell in terms of dynamics? Do we want to start off with something very well known, or do we want to kind of open the door with an introductory song that kind of sets the tone and then later on bring about something that is very well known? There's a lot of momentary considerations in all of it, but again, the point that to me like stands so far up in like as a kind of I guess, point in their, like a feather in their cap, if you will, is their creative juice. I mean, nowadays we have AI that kind of recalibrates all of the existing corpora of musical data, and then you can like query it to discover anything quote unquote new. So you can create songs as like a Frankenstein version of what's existed before, but the creativity isn't actually there. If you look at the literal mechanistic processes that are required for machine learning to do what it does, all of it is just numbers in sequence trying to find a probabilistic outcome, which, yes, it could yield interesting results, but they aren't necessarily human results. They aren't necessarily creative results, though they could be new to our ears, new to our eyes, but they aren't generated novelly from humans. Now, what I do believe, and it's funny that we're going down the AI conversation, what I do believe is that there is a place for AI in music, but it's not one of complete overtaking of the industry. There can be an iterative process that allows people to ideate in a creative way while, delegating some of the more, let's say, like painstaking, let's call it like mixing tasks or production tasks, rather than offloading the creative spark that's required to even arrive at a collaboration like this. Now, I recognize that it's not exactly a collaboration, it's more Pentatonix taking existing work from Daft Punk and reformulating it, but to have this idea and execute on this in a way that others never thought to do, that takes a lot of, first and foremost, bravery, expertise, and creative spark. AI does not have that capability, at least not yet, and the ways in which AI would feign creativity, they are still dependent on what exists prior. There's nothing that can be formulated now from AI that would sound good unless it's based on sheer random luck, and then a human happens to hear it and enjoy it, and then, a new quote-unquote genre is produced. I find that highly unlikely. In fact, what's far more likely is groups like Pentatonix drawing inspiration from the world abroad and using the actual human brain to come up with amazing, interesting work. That's what this was today. I mean, when did this one get released? Jesus, with 380, almost 2 million views back in November for 2013. So almost 12 years ago, they were accruing year on year. What is that math? Like 30 million or so views every year. I don't know why I'm getting lost in the numbers now. They had this creative spark way before AI, and there will be so many more creative sparks after AI. So the thing is, if AI is here to stay, let's use it to our benefit without letting it control our creative process. Anyways, long rant over. This is super enjoyable. Love listening to everything Pentatonix. Love listening to everything Daft Punk related. So if you are interested in making a request yourself for Pentatonix, Daft Punk, or really anything for that matter, please hit the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.